Why is Japan's sex industry so thriving? And can those who have worked in this industry women return to their families? After seeing this film based on 3 escorts, you might just find the answer. The woman is named Yoko. The woman is Yoko. Married for years, yet childless. Her husband always sleeps in a separate room. What drives her more to despair is that. What drives her further mad is that he refuses to show her any affection. He won't show her any affection. Their bland marriage has long, leaving her increasingly empty inside. Day after day, she plays her housewife role. Her inner self feels more empty. Yoko sees no hope, means a way out. Perhaps sensing Yoko's tension and shyness, the agent tries to comfort her with words during the signing. Then the two of them walk into the room. So, as she signs the contract to promote Yoko, they need to take some bold and revealing photos. The woman complies with what she hears. Yoko has no intention of turning back. Yoko won't turn back. Even facing her father in a coma, she never thinks of regret. Her sister hopes Yoko will try hard to get pregnant soon, so their father, who is close to death, can enjoy family joy. She agrees on the surface, but inside she's worked sadly. How can her sister know she has already walked a path from which she can't turn back? After leaving the hospital, Yoko hurried to the set. With her looks and great figure, auditioning is no problem. However, societal morals act as a ruler, mercilessly hitting women's souls. Whether it's betrayal of a husband or lies to family, it fills Yoko with guilt. What's more desperate is that work does not fill the emptiness inside her. Instead, it widens Yoko's barren mental world. At the same time, this place is filled with deception. Male actors she has worked with come to comfort her, but they just want to cozy up to Yoko, so they can privately continue their sordid affairs in hopes of overnight fame. In the following days, she took on several films, almost busy with shooting every day. She barely has time to visit the hospital. The woman wakes up again from damp spring dreams, but this time her heart is full of guilt. She couldn't bear the loneliness of a sexless marriage. I indecisively chose to dive into filmmaking, but she was busy filming. The woman missed her last chance to see her father. She rushed to the hospital, late to realize her father had already passed in the hospital. Her sister and mother knelt and cried hard. It seemed she found a release in that. Kneeling down, she sobbed deeply and wept for her own sorrow. Later that night, home again, Ryan began to shake off her absurd thoughts. She pulled her husband into the room. She revealed her secret of diving into film. The man felt crushed upon hearing it. Moments passed, but he did not rage. Instead, he chose to apologize to her. However, in Ryan's eyes, his tolerance seemed weak. Why not just hit yourself once? But all she got in return was silence. Everything seemed back on track. The next morning, they rose like a loving couple. They went to the father's funeral together, but in reality, their marriage had come to an end. In stark contrast to Ryan, the girl named Megan proactively chose to become an actress. She left her home to study in Tokyo to earn money for a better life. This job is my wife's means of survival, so she feels no shame about it. She wears a nonchalant face to deceive others and herself. Little does she know, there are just no known faces here. Of course, she doesn't care. But soon, a phone call brought her back to reality. Her mother asked if she had found a job in Tokyo. For a moment, she didn't know what to say. In the end, she quickly ended the call saying she had class, but her mother back home was still worried. She came to Tokyo with her sister to see her. While inquiring about her address, they learned from neighbors about my wife's involvement in an unseemly profession. Her sister was filled with disdain and mockery, but their mother wouldn't believe it. She kept asking her daughter until my wife finally confessed everything. Only then did she fully give up. A college girl's first time filming a movie. Not only did she win the director's praise on camera, but she gained a lot of fans with her excellent expression management. As the saying goes, fame can be daunting. As her fame skyrocketed, her parents soon learned about her job. Her mother and sister came to visit. They wanted my way to quit this job, continue studying back at school. The girl wanted. In anger, she leaves mom and sis for work. She faints in the pool while filming. Fortunately, the staff quickly discovered and took her to the hospital. This life and death experience makes my way awake and starts to value what she lost, including family and love. Home and mom and sis are gone. Only a note was left on the table. My way reads it and rushes to the station. Her mother Own holds her hand, warming her daughter's hands with her warm palm. Though the girl doesn't return home, she gains the courage to seek happiness from her mother and finds her life's purpose. The third story's lad is A-Ling. Her mother is a long-time mentor in the entertainment industry. Because of a moment of love, she bore another's child, sustaining her own acting career. After the child is born, she is left with nothing. The woman must leave the scene and live quietly, though she tried her best to hide her identity. She worked in the adult industry. The news spread through the streets and neighborhoods. This led to A-Ling being bullied young, enduring mockery and insults from classmates. This made her insecure and timid. This only made her more prone to bullying. Classmates found out from an unknown source. A movie her mother once starred in, hosted online on campus without permission. A-Ling couldn't handle it and fainted right there. A classmate with a crush rushed over to help her, but A-Ling, in despair, kissed him back. She even undid her collar on purpose, hanging on the brink of decline. One day, the girl suddenly received a message. Her estranged father was dying. Her mother hopes she can attend his wedding. But what she didn't foresee was this man was the father of Ryo from the first story. Whether it's fate or coincidence, A-Ling found she liked the same artist as her father. She suddenly broke down in tears, feeling that this stranger was the cause of her misery. That made her life so tragic. Ryo lay down beside her,